Tehran, September 19th, 1976. It was just after midnight when a series of frantic phone calls rang through the quiet corridors of the Iranian Air Force Command Center. Civilians across the northern districts of Tehran were reporting something strange. A bright object hovering in the sky, flickering blue and orange, moving against the stars in ways that seemed impossible. Operators scrambled to make sense of the flood of calls. Reports of an aerial object were not unheard of, but this time, the descriptions were too clear, too consistent, and too persistent to ignore. At 12:30 a.m., Major General Yousefi, senior officer on duty that night, stepped outside. He scanned the sky himself, expecting to see nothing. Instead, he witnessed a bright, pulsating light, far outshining the surrounding stars, holding unnaturally still before darting in a precise, deliberate motion. Startled, Yousefi ordered Mehrabad Air Base to scramble a jet interceptor. Moments later, Captain Mohammad Reza Azrazi took off in a Phantom F-4, slicing through the darkness. As he approached the coordinates, his instruments suddenly died. The jet's communications, navigation, and weapon systems dropped out, leaving him momentarily blind and vulnerable. Forced to abort, he turned away from the strange light. Almost instantly, his controls sprung back to life. Even veteran pilots were left shaken by the sudden blackout. But this was Tehran, in 1976, a city living in the shadow of the Cold War. Its skies carefully watched, its Air Force on alert. At 1:30 a.m., a second F-4, this one piloted by Lieutenant Parviz Jafari and his backseat weapons officer, roared into the sky on a direct intercept course. As Jafari closed in, the object reacted, speeding away at incredible velocity before looping back towards him. Suddenly, Jafari saw something astonishing, a smaller orb, separating from the main craft, rocketing straight at his fighter like a missile. He tried to fire, but again his equipment shorted out. Alarms blared in his cockpit. The jet, with all its advanced technology, was suddenly powerless except for the engines, which, mercifully, still worked. Then, just as swiftly as it started, the electronics restored themselves the moment Jafari veered away. He struggled to process what he saw: several glowing bodies, moving in formation, sometimes dissolving and reforming. Ground controllers and civilians alike observed these lights dancing over northern Tehran before fading into the wrinkles of the pre-dawn sky. In the aftermath, both American and Iranian investigators arrived at Mehrabad to review radar logs, cockpit tapes, and testimony. No simple explanations sufficed. No satellites, no commercial flights, no meteorological phenomena matched what so many saw, and crucially, what two seasoned pilots encountered firsthand. Today, nearly 5 decades later, the Tehran UFO incident remains shrouded in controversy, a rare case where highly trained eyewitnesses, documented radar data, and physical effects converge. Was it a secret Soviet test, an unprecedented natural phenomenon, or something altogether beyond human design? The question lingers. A bright, impossible light over Tehran's darkened streets, a mystery that still refuses to burn out.